Hello dear students, let us solve some multiple choice questions from simple pendulum which performs simple harmonic motion. At first let us review the related formulas and tips, helping tips. This is a simple pendulum of effective length L having bob of mass m. When it is slightly displaced through small angle theta from mean position to the displaced position, then its time period is given by t is equal to 2 pi under root L by g. During free fall, effective acceleration due to gravity becomes g dash is equal to g minus a, where a is also equal to g, therefore g dash is 0, and from this relation time period will be infinite and frequency will be 0. Third, for upward acceleration t dash is equal to 2 pi under root L upon g dash, which is equal to 2 pi under root L upon g plus a, because during upward acceleration g dash is equal to g plus a. Similarly, during downward acceleration g dash is g minus a, so t dash will be equal to 2 pi under root L upon g minus a. For uniform velocity up or down or horizontal, t remains same as t is equal to 2 pi under root L upon g. Next, t is independent of mass of bob and the amplitude. Next, below the earth surface like in mines and above the earth surface like on the mountains, acceleration due to gravity is less than the acceleration due to gravity on earth surface. Hence, for second pendulum, time period is 2 seconds and length is nearly 1 meter. Now, let us take the question number 1. The question is, the mass and diameter of a planet are twice those of Earth. Time period of second pendulum on this planet is, these are the options. Solution to question 1. On the given planet, g dash will be equal to g m dash upon r dash square, because small g is equal to gm upon r square. Here m dash is the mass of planet, which is given to be twice of the mass of Earth, and its radius is also twice the radius of Earth. So it can be written as g into 2m, where m is mass of Earth, upon 2r, where r is the radius of Earth, square. So it gives g m upon 2 r square, which is g by 2. Therefore, time period of second pendulum on the planet will be equal to t dash is equal to 2 pi under root L upon g dash, which is 2 pi under root L upon g dash means g by 2, which can be written as root 2 goes in the numerator, so root 2 into 2 pi under root L upon g, and this is the time period on earth surface, root 2 t, and t is 2 seconds for second pendulum, so it will be 2 root 2 second. So the correct option will be C, because t is equal to 2 second for second pendulum. Next, question number 2. The question is, a man measures time period of a simple pendulum in a stationary lift as t. What will be the time period when the lift accelerates upwards at g by 4? Solution to question 2. Here, in the stationary lift, t is equal to 2 pi under root L by G, suppose this is equation 1, and when lift accelerates upward at A is equal to G by 4, which is 5 by 4G, and therefore T dash will be equal to 2 pi under root L upon G dash, which is equal to 2 pi under root L upon 5 by 4 G, which gives root 4 by 5 into 2 pi under root L by G, and 2 pi under root L by G is T from equation 1, so which will be 2 upon root 5 into T, so the correct option will be 2T upon root 5C. Next question number 3. The question is, the acceleration due to gravity at a place is pi square meter per second square. The time period of a simple pendulum of length 1 meter will be. These are the options. Now, solution to question 3. Here, G is given to be pi square meter per second square. Length is 1 meter, therefore time period T will be equal to 2 pi under root L by G, which is 2 pi under root 1 upon pi square, which gives 2 pi upon root pi square gives pi cancels, and time period comes to be 2 seconds. So, the correct option will be C. Now, question number 4. The question is, the length of a simple pendulum is L and maximum angular displacement is theta. Then the maximum kinetic energy is. Now, solution to question 4. Suppose P is mean position and Q is displaced position, theta is angular displacement. Then the perpendicular from point P to the vertical line suppose this point is A, this is P, this is Q, and this is B. Total length is L, this is also L. Height of B from mean position is H. Then as shown in figure, maximum potential energy at displaced position Q will be equal to maximum kinetic energy at mean position P. Therefore, K max will be equal to potential energy at Q, which is mgh. Suppose this is equation 1. H is AP minus AB, AP is L and AB is L cos theta, L cos theta. So it gives L into 1 minus cos theta. Therefore, equation 1 gives maximum kinetic energy as mg into h. H is L into 1 minus cos theta. So the correct option will be mgl 1 minus cos theta, that is option number D is the correct option. Next question number 5. The question is, a simple pendulum of length 2 meter is at P. When it reaches at Q, its 10% energy is lost due to the air resistance. The velocity at Q will be. Solution to question 5. From the law of conservation of energy, total potential energy at P is equal to the total kinetic energy at Q. But according to question, 10% energy is lost due to air friction. Therefore, 90% of is equal to kinetic energy at Q. So 0.9 mgl will be equal to half mv square. V is equal to under root 2 into 0.9 into 10 into 2, which gives 6 meter per second. So the correct option will be B, 6 meter per second. Now next question number 6. The question is, the ratio of the frequencies of two simple pendulums is 2:3. The ratio of their lengths will be. So solution to question 6. For simple pendulum, time period is 2 pi under root L upon G. T is equal to 2 pi under root L by G. Therefore, frequency will be equal to 1 upon T is equal to 1 upon 2 pi root G by L. Thus, F is inversely proportional to root L. Therefore, F1 upon F2 will be equal to root L2 upon L1. F1 upon F2 is 2 by 3 is equal to root L2 upon L1. Squaring both sides, we get 4 upon 9 is equal to L2 upon L1, which gives L1 upon L2 as 9 upon 4. So the correct option will be C, 9:4. Next question number 7. The question is, time period of a simple pendulum measured in an elevator moving downwards with the acceleration g by 3 is. These are the options. Now solution to question 7. For the elevator accelerating downwards, G dash will be equal to G minus A, which is G minus A is G by 3. So it gives 2 by 3 G. Therefore, time period t dash will be equal to 2 pi under root L upon G dash, which is 2 pi under root L upon 2 by 3 G, which can be written as 2 pi under root 3L by 2G. So the correct option is 2 pi under root 3 by L by 2G. A is the correct option. Next question number 8. The question is, the bob of a simple pendulum of mass m and total energy E will have linear momentum equal to. Now, solution to question 8. We know kinetic energy E is equal to 1 by 2 mv square, which can be written as 1 by 2 mv square into m upon m. So this becomes 1 upon 2 m into mv square, and mv is linear momentum p, so it is p square upon 2 m. Therefore, linear momentum p will be equal to under root 2 m into E. So the correct option will be C, 2m into E. Next question number 9. The question is, what is the velocity of the bob of a simple pendulum at mean position if it is able to rise height 10 centimeter? G is given to be 9.8 meter per second square. So solution to question 9. Here this is height h, L, this is L. Clearly, total energy at P will be equal to total energy at Q. From the law of conservation of energy, here H is given to be 10 cm, 0.1 meter. So total energy is the potential energy at P will be equal to kinetic energy at Q. Potential energy at P is mg h, kinetic energy at Q is half mv square, m cancels out, and we get under root 2, G is 9.8 and H is 0.1. So 1.4 meter per second. So the correct option is A, 1.4 meter per second. Next question number 10. The question is, if the length of a simple pendulum is made 9 times and the mass of the bob is made 4 times, then the value of time period becomes. So solution to question 10. Here T dash will be equal to 2 pi under root L dash upon G, given m dash is 4m and L dash is 9L. Because time period does not depend on the mass of bob, therefore time period will be 2 pi under root 9L upon G, which is 3 into 2 pi under root L upon G, which is 3t. So the correct option will be D, 3t. Next question number 11. The question is the time period of a simple pendulum in a lift descending with constant acceleration g is. Solution to question 11. For the lift descending downwards, A is g, therefore g dash will be equal to g minus A means g minus g is equal to 0, therefore time period will be equal to 2 pi under root L upon g dash, which is 1 upon 0 means infinite. So the correct option will be D. Next question number 12. The question is a simple pendulum has time period t. If the bob is given a negative charge and the surface below it is given positive charge, then these are the options where t dash is the new time period. So solution to question 12. Here suppose this is the surface is given positive charge and this is simple pendulum of effective length L, which is given negative charge. Then the electric field will be downward and effective G dash will be equal to G plus A, where E into Q, if Q is the charge on the bob, so E into Q is equal to F is equal to MA, therefore A will be equal to EQ upon M. So G dash will be equal to G plus EQ upon M, where M is the mass of bob and Q is the negative charge on the bob. Therefore T dash will be equal to 2 pi under root L upon G dash, which is 2 pi under root L upon G plus EQ upon M. Clearly this is less than T, because T is equal to 2 pi under root L by G. Thus the correct option will be T dash is less than T. C is the correct option. Next question number 13. The question is, if the length of a second pendulum is decreased by 2%, how many seconds will it last per day? Solution to question 13. For simple pendulum, T is directly proportional to under root L, that is T is directly proportional to L power 1 by 2. Therefore delta T upon T will be equal to 1 by 2, delta T by T will be equal to 1 by 2 delta L by L, which gives delta T as 1 by 2 delta L upon L into T. So it is 1 by 2 delta L upon L is 2 upon 100 and T is 1 day means 86,400 seconds. So we get delta T as 864 seconds. So the correct option is C. Question number 14. The question is, a simple pendulum is made with a body which is hollow sphere full of mercury as in figure. If a little mercury is drained off, then the time period will, these are the options. This is the simple pendulum. Its bob is a hollow sphere which is completely filled with mercury. In this case, time period is T. When some mercury is drained off means is spilled out, then its new time period will, these are the options. Now solution to question 14. When some mercury is drained off, then the center of gravity will fall down, then center of gravity will be below the initial point, hence effective length will increase. That is, L dash will be greater than L. Therefore, from relation T dash is equal to 2 pi under root L dash upon G, because L dash is greater than L, therefore T dash will be greater than T. So the correct option will be A. Next question number 15. The question is, time period of a simple pendulum suspended with the roof of a stationary lift is T. The frequency of oscillation of the pendulum when the lift falls freely will be. Now solution to question 15. During free fall, of lift, A becomes equal to G, therefore G dash will be equal to G minus A means G minus G means 0, therefore T dash will be equal to 2 pi under root L upon G dash means 1 upon 0 gives infinity. Time period is infinite, therefore frequency will be equal to 1 upon T dash means 1 upon infinity means 0. So the correct option will be 0.